So come up nice and tall. Take one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Now close your eyes. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide and exhale with an audible sigh. So it sounds like an ah. Take another breath in. A little more air at the top of that breath. Open your mouth wide. Ah, like a really awkward sigh of release. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Ah. And now take your hands down alongside your body. And as you inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And imagine you could collect all the stuff you don't need, send it up to the ethers. As you exhale, tuck your hands towards your heart and you're bringing energy, bringing light into your heart center. So try that again. As you breathe in, collect any darkness, anything that doesn't serve you, send it away. And as you breathe out, pull in all of that universal goodness and light and bring it to your heart. Even if it feels cheesy, do it one more time. Make believe you could pull out all of your scars, all of your scratches, reach them up, send them away. And then you're tucking light, good energy back into your heart center. Set an intention for your movement practice. Take your right hand down to the floor, scoop your left arm up and over, and reach over to the side. Stretch those fingers even farther away, like you're trying to touch the wall on the opposite side of the room. Push through your bottom hand, reach everything back up, and teeter-totter over to the other side. Then get that big stretch. So reach, 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 reach. Release, pull back up through center. Good. Now keep both arms up overhead and just bend at your elbows. Strengthen your core. Reach your arms back up into a V shape. Yeah, bend at your elbows again. And reach your arms back up. We'll do that one more time. Simple movement, just bend at your elbows. And reach your arms back up. Perfect. Now take your fingers onto your shoulders and start to draw big circles with your elbows. So you'll feel, I hope, a little bit of mobilization through tight shoulders. Turn it around in the other direction and notice if it feels better or worse or maybe just different here. Good. And then turn those arms right into chicken wings and just start to flap your wings like you're about to take flight. So you'll go a little bit faster and start to notice your breath. Big inhales through your nose, big exhales out through your nose, and just keep flapping your wings, keeping your core strong so your torso is not bouncing all over the place when you do this. Yeah, you're like a stoic pole in the center with these little wings that are dancing out to the side. Now, over the next minute, because we're going to stay here for another minute, can you close your eyes? Keep flapping your wings and imagine that you could fly yourself, fast forward fly yourself to wherever it is you want your life to be in 5 years, and flap your wings a little faster. Your eyes are closed and you're soaring through the sky, taking yourself on a flight to wherever it is you want your life to be in 5 years. Maybe you're just flying to your bedroom. Maybe you're flying to a new country, a new career, a new type or sense of self. And then flap your wings even faster for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth wide and exhale. Ha. Keep your hands where they are. Just tuck your chin into your chest. And roll one ear over to that same side shoulder. Bring the chin back through center, roll the other ear over to its shoulder. One more time, both directions. Good. Pull your head and neck back up, look forward and turn your gaze in one direction. Your whole head goes with you. Bring your head back through center, turn it in the other direction. One more time, shifting your gaze both directions. All right, come back through center. Draw your chin down towards your chest. Lift your chin up and maybe lean your head all the way back as long as that doesn't hurt your neck. You'll feel a big opening along your throat chakra. One more time, draw your chin down. Lift your head and neck up. Okay, forehead and face come back through center. Take your wings, open them out to the side this time. Strengthen through your core. Lengthen through your spine and start to create tiny little circles with your arms. Just choose a direction. Any direction is fine. Tiny little circles with your arms, strong, steady center line of your body. And start to make your circles slower and bigger. So a lot of these practices, which are a bit unusual, I'll admit, come from the Kundalini tradition, which is the idea that you have stagnant energy in your body and you can really pluck it out and get rid of it and create space for light, create space for fluid flow of energy. Because when our energy gets stuck, we get stuck. Make your circles even bigger. Close your eyes and imagine yourself, you're on that flight to wherever you're going to end up in 5 years. And this is like the turbulence on the flight. But you can't just jump off the plane and quit. So push through, but turn in the opposite direction, maybe take a different route. Big, slow circles with arms that are probably burning. Can you go even slower? And start to make the circles smaller. Yeah. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, even smaller, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Breathe in that image of where you end up in 5 years. Breathe out all the gunk, all the stuff, all the distractions that stand in the way. And then rotate your body down onto all fours. Your arms are probably fresh and fiery now. You might take a little blanket under your knees. Gather a breath in, lead from your tailbone, dump your belly down, roll your shoulders back and look up. Exhale to puff into your shoulder blades, round into your upper back and look straight to your beautiful belly. 2 more like that. Looping back to lift, rounding into pull. Last one, make it big and the movement goes through your whole body. Soften at neutral. Flex your feet. Trust your arms. Puff between your shoulder blades. Lift just your knees away from the floor. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now when you get to downward dog, go ahead and bend into your right knee. Ground your left heel to the floor and let your head dangle loose. Switch sides, bend into the other knee, straightening the opposite leg and trying to pierce that heel into the earth. Alternate casually from side to side. Steady back in stillness. Inhale, cycle forward to a high plank. Notice the strength of your arms. Puff between your shoulder blades. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. 2 more like that. Inhale, shift forward to a high plank. Exhale, pump it back into your downward dog. Now this time you'll come forward to a high plank. Pause here. Take a breath in, look forward. And as you exhale, bend your elbows alongside your body and lower all the way to your belly. Roll your shoulders back. Press the tops of your toes down, baby cobra. Release right back down to the floor. Try that 2 more times. Second time is the exact same. But the third round, can you pierce down through the tops of your toes, lift your fingers in your hands, and see if you can find spinal strength to pick you up. Lower your body down, flex your feet, push up and back, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide. Bend into your knees, look forward, step forward. Let your inhale slide your hands up your shins and lengthen your spine. Allow your exhale to hinge you forward at your hips. Push into your feet. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Come to stand, and then as you exhale, sink your hips low to chair, hands at your heart. Change your mind. Push into your feet. Open your palms like a lotus flower blooming, and lower right back down. You're pulsing up and down. As you come down, keep your shoulders above your hips. As you lift up, press through your heels to get you there. Resist that tendency to lean forward. Keep your body in one long, strong line. You got it. We're here for 3 more. Adding a little fuel, a little fire to our quads and our glutes. And the next time you come down to your chair, stay in your chair. Draw your tailbone down. So lift your tailbone and draw it down. Good. And then rotate to the right. Come back through center. Don't latch your elbow. Just rotate to the left. Back through center. Rotate to the right. You got it. And to the left. Keep going. Keep your hips low. And try not to move your legs. Try not to move your legs. Just your arms and your hands. 1 more time either side. Now your legs start to burn, maybe. Come through center, reach your arms forward, take a big breath in. Exhale, throw your arms down. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Add that ha breath. Exhale, ha. Throw your arms down. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, ha. Inhale, reach it back up. 2 more. Exhale, ha. Inhale, back up. Last one to hold down low. Take your hands to your shins and lengthen your spine. Fold. Fold it all down. Let your head drape over your legs. Rock your weight from side to side. And even though you're upside down, can you catch your breath here? Start to suction cup your palms to your mat. Step back into a high plank pose. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, separate your feet a little wider for greater stability. Suction in through your core. Bend that right elbow and bring your right hand right to your chest. Lower the hand back down. These are called salamander walks. Bend your left elbow. The top of your left hand comes towards your chest. Keep going side to side. It is not easy, but we're building fire for some bigger poses later. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down to your tummy. Take your fingers off your yoga mat, elbows perch up. Press down through all 10 toes. Breathe in for nothing. Breathe out, peel your whole body up as high as your spine wants to go. Exhale, lower down. Keep going. Moving your spine like a slinky. Up and down. The next time your face smooshes towards the floor, keep it there. Plant your palms beside your chest. Flex your feet. Push up and back. Downward facing. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide and exhale. Bend into both knees, hop or step forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Good, sink your hips low, hands come to your heart. Here's that chair pose again. Force through your feet, rise up and blossom, and then sink right back down. Push down to reach up, and lower back down. Pulsing up and down here for 5. Push through your heels, that's 4. 3, 2. Good, last one, hold it at the top this time, arms spread wide, lean your weight forward and lift up your heels. Lift up your heels so you're on the balls of your feet. Now can you sink down into that same chair pose with your hands at heart center, and then rise back up on the balls of your feet, reach your arms up. Sink down, heels are lifted, press back up. 3 more, keep your eyes locked on something completely still. The last one. When you get to the top, drop your heels down. Good, and just start to move your arms back and forth in opposite directions. Yeah, so swishing your arms back and forth, really noticing the magnitude of this more energetic work. It's hard, it's fierce, it's a bit unusual. Good, keep going here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Catch one hand on your heart, one on your belly. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth wide. Ah. Brilliant. Can you tiptoe your big toes together? Big toes are together. Bend into your knees. Find that deep, deep seat and bring your hands to your heart. Same thing. Rotate to the right. Through center. Rotate to the left. Through center. Rotate to the right and to the left. Now even my body is shaking and moving with my arms. Can you try to do 3 more without moving the lower limbs? It's hard, huh? Come through neutral. Inhale, scoop your arms up. Exhale, straighten your legs, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway. This time as you exhale, plant your palms, step your right foot back. Good. If you have a blanket, you can use the blanket here. Drop your right knee and drop the top of your back foot. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, bend at your elbows. Inhale, make a V shape with your arms. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Connect your pointer fingers and point down, opening through your heart and chest. Good. Release your right hand to the inside of your left foot. Take your left arm, circle your left arm around, not just once, but twice. And hold your left arm here. Maybe drop your hips a little more. Bend into your right knee. Reach back and catch your right foot with your left arm. Push firmly down through your right hand. Take a big breath in. And exhale. Place your left hand to the inside of your left foot. Now heel toe your left foot out to the left. Let your pelvis sink. And the work here is on the front of your right thigh and maybe in the inner groin of your left foot. If you find it with both arms extended, stay there, or you can come to your elbows. You could even roll that left foot open to the side. 5 slow breaths here. Beautiful. Walk your hands back in. Flex your right foot. Lift up that right leg. Stabilize your palms. Think about high plank. Your belly is tight. Step back to a high plank position. Lower just halfway. Inhale, open your heart and chest up and through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose
And find that ha breath out through your mouth. Look forward, step your right foot between your hands and drop your left knee down. Walk those right toes forward so there's an angle in your back foot and turn onto the top of your back foot. You got it. Inhale, lift both arms up. Exhale, bend at your elbows. Inhale, create a V shape with your arms. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Index fingers connect as you point down and open, spread deep across your collarbones. Good. Release your hands. Place your left hand to the inside of that right foot. Take your right arm, 2 big circles here before you land in rotation and pause. Either stay here or bend into your back knee, your left knee, reach back with your right hand and catch your foot. Roll your ribs up, look up, breathe in. Let it go on the exhale. Your right hand comes to the inside of your right foot. This is phase 1. You can stay here. You might roll open onto the outside edges of your foot, outside edge of your foot, or come down onto your elbows. 5 breaths, wherever you decide to go. Stamp your palms down, level out your chest, lift it up, lengthen your arms, flex your back foot, and pick up your back leg. Think core strength as you slowly step that right foot back. Bend at your elbows halfway. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, start to walk your hands back towards your feet. Take your peace fingers around your big toes, lengthen your spine. Here's a delicious way to wake up the back line of your body. Fold in. Let your head be heavy. Draw your kneecaps up towards your hips and keep bending your elbows out to the side. Brilliant, brilliant work. Take your hands out from your feet. Heel toe your feet mat distance apart and sink down to a squat. Yeah. So the work that we've done up until here, you can stay in your squat, has really been focused on building tricep strength and core strength. Now, if your heels don't quite touch the floor, you might take a little blanket behind them rather. And this will be one option, just stay in your little squat. Option 2, take your fists, make fists out of your hands, and just rock your fists from side to side because we're going to explore some arm balancing possibilities today. Plant your palms down on the floor and start to lean forward. Bring your bum high, really high. Puff between your shoulder blades and look forward on your yoga mat. Then start to lean forward. And if you're nervous, put a pillow or a cushion or a blanket in front. Tack your knees to your upper arms, puff between your shoulder blades again, and look forward. Try first one toe, then one foot, and perhaps you add another toe and another foot, lifting it away from the floor. Puff between your shoulder blades and look forward. This is called Bakasana. If it's not in your practice, linger in your squat. Otherwise, take one more breath in your crow pose. Good. Ease your body back to your squat and come to sit down on your bum. Take your hands and just twinkle your fingers. Shake your wrists. So that's phase 1 of our challenging poses. We'll come towards the possibility of side crow, but first let's build a little more core strength to get there. Come to sit flat on your yoga mat and find that little balancing spot between your tailbone and your sits bones. Let your torso lean back. Pick up both legs. Keep your spine long. Reach one arm forward and then the other. Good. You've done enough Pilates with me to know this work, and this is far easier than the 100s. Is there a possibility of straightening your legs? And if it's a hard no, that's fine.
But if there's any way you can straighten them just a millimeter more than you normally do, you'll start to tear through old muscular patterns and build new strength. Breathing and holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your legs down, straighten your legs, point your toes up, take your arms up, inhale. Exhale, fold. Hold right over your legs. This can be static or fluid, 5 breaths. Wonderful. Come all the way back up. Place the soles of your feet back down on the floor. Take your arms forward. Keep your feet glued to the floor. Inhale, reach your arms up by any amount. Exhale, round into your back. Lower your arms right out in front. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale to lower. You got it. Just 3 more like this. Catch your breath like you're catching a wave. Hold on the last one. You're rounding a little through the spine here, and then straighten, perk up your chest and your spine, loop your shoulder blades back, and lift your feet up off the floor. Same thing as before, we just came here differently. Now take both hands over to the right. Imagine you had a big ball in your hands and you're just waving them from right to left. Maybe you're carrying, I was going to say, a cauldron of water, a bucket of water, moving it from side to side. Suction your knees together. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back through center. Straighten your legs. Reach your arms up to breathe in. Fold forward on the exhale. 5 breaths here. Feet are flexed. Legs are active. Brilliant. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders back up. Bend into your right knee and step your right foot to the outside of your left leg. Take your right hand behind you. Start to pull your right ribs back and tack your left elbow to your right thigh. That's it. Keep looking back behind you. And now piece by piece, can you force down through the sole of your right foot and then push down through your left thigh? Now rotate your ribs back even further and lift up, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Good. Come back through center. Take a full counter twist. Return to neutral. Place your hands back behind you. Bend into your left knee and find footballers thread the needle. So your right ankle is across your left thigh. Heart and chest are lifted. Take a big breath in. And exhale. Bend at your elbows to create space to release. And then you'll simply extend your right leg and step your left foot to the outside of your right thigh. Walk your left hand behind you. Use the right elbow to tap that arm against your leg, and then push your arm against your leg to drive further rotation in your spine. Peer back behind you. Same cues as before. Push down through your left foot, push down through your right thigh, draw your ribs back. Reach up through the crown of your head. Amazing. Unwind. Soaking in all that juicy twisting work. Take your palms behind you, bend into your right knee and find thread the needle. With your wrists, flex the opposite way of usual, so your fingers are pointing in towards your body. Get a little release through your elbows. Cross your right ankle over your left ankle, plant your palms, and step back into a plank. Take a big breath in. Exhale, bend at your elbows. Loop your shoulders back, find upward dog.
And then press your body back to downward dog just for enough time to walk your feet in and sink down towards a squat again. Now, can you pull your feet together? So your big toes are touching and you're in the littlest toe squat. Yeah. Take your arms and reach your arms forward. Good. Inhale, reach your right arm all the way up and back. Take your right hand on the floor just in front of that smushy, cushy part of your right bum cheek. Bring your left hand on the floor. Elbow is just in front of your right thigh. Yeah. Good. Stay here. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, just bend into your elbows and lean forward. You're not balancing yet. And then come back. That's it. This is your prep work. So bend into your elbows, lean towards the right side of your mat, and then change your mind. And try it one more time. Good. Bring your torso back up. Walk your hands over to the other side. I'll show you from a different angle this time. Left elbow is flush with that fleshy part of your left hip. Right elbow towards the knee. All you're doing is bending the elbows a little bit and then coming back up. Bending a little bit, just flirting with the pose and coming back up. You got it. One more time and coming back up. That's it. Sit down on your bum, bring the soles of your feet together and start to flutter your knees. Take a big breath in, roll your shoulders back and exhale. Hinge forward, stilling your knees, hinge forward, lengthen through your crown, fold in by any amount for 5 breaths. And if your wrists are tender, use this time to give them a little massage, a little twirl. All right, come on back up. There's something so invigorating about trying something new. So let me show this to you first in its full form, and then you can give it a try, okay? So you can come in with me if you're familiar with the pose. Otherwise, when you come in, there's deep rotation of the spine happening, right? If your palms can't quite hit the floor, you might take blocks underneath of them. And then the goal is to find, watch my elbows, chaturanga arms, so that 90-degree bend in your arms. And a really cushy part on your right hip. You're leaning forward but puffing up, looking forward. And maybe you pick up your feet. Okay, that's as far as we'll work towards today, but let's try it together. Come into your toe squat, so your body's smushed as tiny and tiny, tiny as it can get. Rotate towards the right. Your right elbows against your right thigh, your left elbows against your right inner knee. Now, phase 1 is looking forward, finding that puff, the magic dragon between your shoulder blades, and starting to bend at your elbows. You have to keep leaning your weight forward like you're going to kerplunk on the floor in order to find the shelf of your arms and lift up your legs. And if you don't get all the way and you get halfway or a little bit of the way, that's something to celebrate too. Play here for 3 more breaths. Good, for 2 more breaths. And 1, bring all your excitement or your frustration back through center, shake out your wrists. And we have to try it on the other side. So, big toes together, heels are lifted. Find the rotation first. You're really rotating at the lower back here. Palms come flat, suctioning onto the front of your thigh and your hip. Bend into your elbows, pierce the knees together, look forward, and just start to lean. Just start to let your weight dive forward. Maybe pick up the bottom foot first this time and then the top foot. You're just flirting with the pose. You got it. Play around for 3, 2, and 1. And then come to sit on your bum. That is about enough of that. Open your legs wide.
And take your arms wide, breathe in. Breathe out. Go ahead and fold over one side. Doesn't matter what side you choose. You might stay here, diving right over the leg, or catch the foot with the same side arm and take the opposite arm up and over, activating a big, huge lateral stretch. Bring it all the way up through center, shift over to the other side. Maybe, actually, let's all start just folding over that leg. And then there's the possibility of taking the arm up and over, opening that tight, tight, tight side body. Amazing. Pick it all the way up. I feel like I could stay there forever. Fold forward. Take a few breaths here. Walk your hands in towards your body. Bring your legs together. Realign yourself on your yoga mat so there's space to come down onto a flat back. There's just a few minutes left to practice. Can you hug your knees in towards your chest and simply rock from side to side? And gradually let your knees fall over to the left. Open your arms wide and peer over your right shoulder. Bring your knees through center, fall those knees over to the right, peer over your left shoulder. And then bring it all back through neutral. Your arms and legs reach high and just start to shake them. Your poor ankles, your poor wrists holding you up in both directions today. Shake everything out. Keep shaking, shaking, shaking even faster. Take a big breath in through your nose. And exhale. Everything collapses to the floor. Let it go. Drop right into Shavasana. You close your eyes when you get to Shavasana. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale out through your mouth. With your eyes closed, can you imagine that it is today, 5 years from now? June 4th, 5 years from now. Imagine that your alarm clock goes up on that day and you open your eyes. Where are you? Are you in the same house? Somewhere different? 2029, 5 years from now, when you look to your side, who's beside you? And when you peel yourself out of your bed, taking your surroundings, notice if anything's changed from today. Notice how your kids have grown 5 years from now. Maybe how your home has changed or stayed the same. And take a look at yourself in the mirror, this future version of you. What does she look like? How does she feel? And what is she going to do with her day? Will you be working the same work? Or are you doing something completely different? And just watch yourself as you move through the next few hours of this imagined June 4th, 5 years from now. Imagine your age, your clothing, the people in your home and in your community, and how you fill your moments. Notice the smells around you. And follow yourself through that entire day, all the way back to your home that evening. Imagine future you laying down in bed. And ask yourself if there is anything you can do right now to help you fly to that place that you'd like to be 5 years from now. Take a long, deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide and exhale. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, rock your head from side to side. And reach both arms all the way up overhead, stretching your body long. Hug your knees into your chest, curl over onto the right side of your body, and press yourself back up to sit. Mark your hands at your heart center. Think of your intention. Take a big breath in. And exhale. Namaste.